Hi everyone, welcome back to Sunshine in the Kitchen. Thanks so much for joining me today. Today I got something super refreshing, super sweet yet tart, and just absolutely delicious, and that is my famous watermelon lemonade. I do have a separate video that I want to post on how to pick a ripe, super sweet, juicy watermelon, but like I said, that's going to be a separate video. But as of this video, I'm just going to be showing you how to make the watermelon lemonade. So you're going to start off by cutting your watermelon, and this is just personally how I like to do it. I find it very easy this way. First, I just like to remove both ends of the watermelon, so I slice one on this end and one on the other end. So there's one end. As I was leaving the grocery store, I don't know if I hit a really hard bump or what it was, but I know I picked out a whole watermelon and I left with a cracked watermelon. But it's still good melon because I know I didn't pick it with the crack. So I'm just slicing off the bottom half. I can eat this for a snack. And there you go, you got one flat side. So what I'm going to do is I'm gonna put the watermelon on either or of the flat sides, and I'm just gonna start trimming off the rind. So you just get your knife and you're gonna follow that green rind all the way down, and you're gonna cut it off just like so. A little bit more. And there you have it. And we're just going to continue that pattern all the way around. Okay, so now that all that green part is out of the way and I'm just left with a naked watermelon, I'm just going to slice this in half. I only need about half of the size of a large watermelon, or just enough to make about 3 to 4 cups of watermelon juice, which is usually about a half of a medium to large watermelon. And this is the easy part. I get to just dice this watermelon however I like. Since I already cut the outer part of the watermelon off, I can just give this a big chop and it works out perfectly. Okay, so for the next part of this lemonade, I'm going to be juicing some lemons, and I need about 1.5 cups. That's personally because I like my lemonade a little bit more on the tart side. If you like it a little bit less sour, then I would use just 1 cup and that will be just fine. For my lemons, I'm just going to give them a nice little roll to release some of the juices that are in the lemons. Then I'm just going to cut that right in half. And now I'm just going to use my handy dandy juicer and pour it right over my measuring cup. Next, what I'm going to do after I juiced all of my lemons and I made about 1.5 cups, I'm going to strain it just in case any seeds or pulp was left behind. I'm going to use one of these really fine strainers and hold it right over my pitcher. And just ever so carefully, I'm going to pour it right in. So I have my watermelon in the blender here. I'm going to keep blending this watermelon up until I reach anywhere between 3 and 4 cups, and that is all depending on your liking, if you like it to taste a little bit more like watermelon or just a hint of watermelon. I'm gonna try and aim for about 3.5 cups of watermelon juice because that's just simply what I like. Alrighty, I'll see you when this is all juiced up. Also, if your watermelon is not blending just by adding the chunks on its own, you can add just a little bit of water. You don't want to add too much water, but just enough to make it blend. Okay guys, we are almost finished with our watermelon lemonade. Now that I have all of my watermelon juice, it is time to sift it. As you can see, there's lots of pulp in here, and there might even be a couple seeds left behind. So I personally like to strain it. I do know a few people that enjoy the pulp, just like a few people enjoy the pulp of orange juice. So what I like to do is I like to reserve some of the pulp. I set it aside for my mom or for a couple other people that I know like it, and I just add about a teaspoon to their glass so they can have a little bit of that pulp inside. So it's completely optional. You could reserve some or you can completely discard all of it. It's completely up to you. So I'm just gonna add it to my strainer. And with the spoon, you're just gonna wanna sift it around and make sure all the juice gets through the little holes of the strainer. Sometimes the pulp likes to clog the holes, so that's why it's important that you get a spoon and you move it around a little bit. So now I'm gonna add my first 2 cups to my lemonade. I still have 2 more cups to add, so I'm just gonna add this first. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to add 1.5 cups of granulated sugar. And the last part to this lemonade is just the water. I'm going to be adding 4 cups of water, preferably cold water, but if it's just room temperature, that's fine. You are going to be serving your lemonade over some ice. Now I'm going to give this lemonade just one big stir. Make sure you're mixing together all of the sugar and that nice lemon juice. And now for the final part, the taste test. And I'm not sure about you, but I don't know any other way to drink some lemonade in the summertime other than over a bunch of nice cold ice cubes. So I have ice cubes at least halfway in the glass every time when I make lemonade. And I'm just going to serve this right up. And there you have it, a nice refreshing glass of sweet and tart watermelon lemonade. Please excuse the background noise. I think my neighbors are getting their grass cut next door, so it's a little bit loud outside. I promise y'all, this is a super refreshing treat for the summertime. You should try it now while watermelons are still in season. Well, thank you so much for watching me. As always, it is a pleasure cooking for you and showing you my recipes. And until next time, God bless from my kitchen to yours. Cheers!